and not too far from a railroad. Railroad is the biggest giveaway.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
And the cemeteries.
So look for that.
Yep.
And the cemetery.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why, but that's just the way it was.
Oh, thanks for the info. Yeah.
Yep.
I have to look into that.
Brandon, Adventure Archaeology, said that the dumps were usually put by the cemeteries due to, they'd be on the outskirts of town, because during certain seasons you'd have the smells and things of that nature. And then majority of the time they were put on near water, so that way they'd have a natural barrier when they could burn them and then add more trash and then burn them again.
Oh, okay.
I remember just a little bit.
Yeah,
that was forever ago he came on, and I'm like, that's stuck in my brain. I'm like, oh, okay. That narrows down some of the search.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. All right, so we are definitely getting into the last portion of the show. And then... Let's see. Anybody in chat have any additional questions for Chris before we carry on with ours? Well, while they ask, have you been able to find an item that perhaps you were able to return to a family member or the person who lost it?
Well, I have found a couple civil defense tags or metal identification tags, and they were issued to school children in a number of cities across the United States following the end of World War II and the beginning of the Cold War. And the tags typically contained the name of the student, the name of one of their parents, their street address, and their birth date. And the students were told to wear them every day to school. And the purpose of the tags was to help identify the remains of the children following a nuclear explosion. So these were historic tags because it really, paints a picture of our country at a certain point in time. And I have not been able to locate the people on those tags yet.
Wow. Yeah.
But I'm still leaving that open.
Wow, that's got to be a tough detective feat right there.
Yes, because and I'm sure, let's see, if they were kids when they were, well, they'd probably maybe be my age. So I guess they're still alive. But I don't remember those tags as a kid. Did you ever have those?
I have
those
found
metal ID tags.
I have found 2 of those, and they're the New York. It's got the actual New York public school something or another on like the very teeny tiny writing on the outside near the rim. And I tried doing the same thing and trying to figure out who, like trying to find it. It's hard. It is. It's hard. It is very hard. Very hard. And I know that the names that I had were very like generic names, like a pretty popular last name, and I'm like, this is
another problem. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sure if maybe it had more like a more unique name, it might have been easier to research. But yeah, I know I spent a good evening, like the full entire evening, searching multiple databases, and I'm like, yep, nope, there was nothing.
Yeah,
it's like a Mary Smith.
It's hard to do.
Yes, yeah. We do have a question in chat. Audra, Jersey History Hunter, wants to know if you have found any military items.
The only military item I found was a next of kin tag, Other than that, no. Anything.
Interesting. So, have you ever found any guns?
Not real guns, no. Mm-mm.
Toy guns.
Toy guns, yeah.
But some of those toy guns, they were built. I've found a couple that I'm like, is this
they
real?
Look pretty real, don't they?
They do.
They're heavy too,
right?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Plus the up here it's a brackish water, so it's a mix of fresh and salt. So the buildup on them is even like more different than if I just go straight to the beach and find something like that. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I know. The toy ones that I've seen they're so encased in sediment, and a lot of them are just like disintegrating.
Right.
You wouldn't want to bring it home.
Yeah. Yep.
Sounds like some of the ones I kept in New York. Remember?
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, every once you picked up, I'm like, thankfully I had just done a clean out that I either gave away a whole bunch of stuff or it got to the point where I'm like, all right, there's nobody that wants this. Why did I pick it up? Like, it really helped the next time I went to that special beach in New York, and I was like, yeah, I'm not picking any of those up this time. I learned my lesson. Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, but yeah, Gypsy did not. She did not have the clean out before, so I'm like, why are you keeping these? We get back to Maine. She's, tipping them over, and the sand is just pouring out of them. I'm like, what? Why? They're broken.
Yeah. And I'm trying to pack something that's not over 50 pounds. My suitcase.
Yeah.
When I've got this big pile of metal.
So we did have another.
Yeah, that's got to be heavy.
Question in chat for you. Ohio Relic Hunter Bill wanted to know, is the glass gun you found, is that an Avon piece? Because it looks like it took a cork.
No, it's not Avon. It was a T.H. Stowe from Jeanette, Pennsylvania. It was a candy container, and it actually, I saw two versions. Yeah. One, it had a little screw-on cap, and the other, and it almost looked like a little cardboard tube with a cap, and it was some kind of musical. I don't know if it, I don't know how it made music, but it was a musical top. So it was a candy container, and it had colored little round pellet candies inside.
Some of those
I've seen photos of those.
Yeah, some of those candy dispensers are so neat. I've only found broken pieces of them.
Yeah, they're really cool. I'd love to find more. I found a little candlestick telephone candy container by the same company, but it was missing the original wooden mouthpiece that would hang on the side of the phone.
Oh, that's.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
Cool.
I think as of right now, that looks like it's it in the chat for questions. I did put your link in for Instagram. Can you let our listeners who are not in chat know how to find you to follow along on your adventures?
Sure. I'm on Instagram under Jerseyshorebeachcomber, all one word. And I post my finds there weekly, maybe daily, when possible.
I love it.
You have videos?
Well, I only go out once a week, so, I can't do a whole dump of everything, so I kind of space it out.
Right.
That's always good. Yeah, so basically you can get out once and have enough posts for the rest of the week.
Right.
Plus, it makes it easier. You can go, back to your house and clean them up and figure out what's what. So that works.
True.
So,
and sometimes, I take a photo or a video on the beach and I just leave it there. Because I really can't have much more stuff in my house.
Yeah.
That's a smart way to do it.
But I bring the really special things home.
Yeah.
Right.
And stick them on the table.
I've gotten that way with bottles. I'm like, there's no more room unless it's, something really, really good.
Right.
I only brought one bottle home today from my little dump excursion. One bottle.
What kind was it?
It's a milk bottle, but it's a really big one. I have a thing for milk bottles and soda bottles. Yeah, it's a quart.
Is it embossed?
It's only got a little bit of bossing at the bottom. And it just says a quart, 1 quart. That was all.
Well, you never know.
But I was excited to find one whole.
If you fill it up with white peanuts, you might actually still see some of the paint on the side if it was painted at all.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait to get it back. And I don't know, I'll just have a thing for them. Well, my best one I ever found was in Maine with you. Well, not technically Maine, but you know what I mean.
It was Maine. We'll call it Maine.
Oh, was it? Okay.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Over the border.
Yes, over the border. All right. Well, wrapping up on the show, Gypsy, do you want to ask one of the last 2 questions?
Sure. If you could treasure hunt anywhere in the world, where would that be?
Ooh, well, right now I would love to mudlark on the Thames River in London.
Yes.
There's so much history there, and just seeing what the different mudlarkers find there. Oh, I wish I could go there. But I don't even think they're issuing permits right now.
That's only
in
London.
Not anymore.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the places I would love to go.
And you still technically could. The permits are for London. If you just go to the outskirts of London, like I forget what's around it, but the river still runs through there, and there's still tons of finds to be found.
Some treasures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I was like, because we do metal detecting trips over there. There's groups that all go over, and they used to go mudlarking, and I'm like, wow, I only want to go over if I can mudlark, and they're like, well, you can't, and blah blah blah. And then someone pointed out, well, you can. It just has to be in the outskirts of the city. And I was like, oh, all right.
It's not.
But
okay, well, keep that in mind.
Yes. Just definitely check with some people over there. But I'm pretty sure as long as it's not London, you can.
Okay.
But yes, definitely high up on the list. So good choice. And then a goofy question, and you might. I don't know. If you could have superhero powers while treasure hunting, what superhero powers would you want and why?
Ooh. Well, I think I would want Aquaman superpowers because I would love to be able to go into the ocean and look around at the whole bottom for bottles and stuff and different treasures. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'd have to say that.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Well, thank you again for joining us tonight.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This was fun.
Absolutely.
Glad you came on. It's quite a refreshing because you're like what we were saying, our first kind of beachcombing, mudlarking person that we've got to interview. So it's been exciting for us. Kind of like a new adventure for us, but thanks again for coming on. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure meeting both of you, too. And good luck treasure hunting.
Thanks, and you as well.
Thank
Gypsy.
you.
Gypsy, safe travels.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank
Safe
you.
travels, and thank you all for listening. And